Hi guys, I'm Steph. Thank you so much for checking out my channel today. As you can see from the title, this is the 8th update in my lip challenge. So what the lip challenge is that I am trying to wear all my lip products at least once before I go back and wear anything again, because I have quite a lot of lip products and I want to make sure that I am using everything in my collection, really getting a feel for it, because I found that I was going back to the same old thing. I wasn't really using my whole collection, so I really wanted to try to get through everything. So I wear a different lip product every single day, and usually I try to do these videos, updates, at least weekly, maybe bi-weekly, but for some reason this month just got away from me. So I basically have a whole month of lip products to show you. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video, but I'm going to try to get back into the routine of doing bi-weekly updates or maybe even weekly updates. Another reason why it's just been so long between updates is that I was traveling in August. I was in another part of Canada and then I went to Europe, so I just didn't want to bring that amount of lip products with me so that I was wearing a new one every day, so I kind of took a step back from the project. But since I've been back home, I have been in the full swing of things, so let's just go ahead and show you the lip products I have been wearing for like the past 4 weeks. First we have ColourPop's November. It's one of their Ultra Satin lip formulas. I really like this. It's much more of like a pinky tone. I think it looks really nice in the spring, summer, but really I can get use out of it all year long. I much prefer the Ultra Satins to the Ultra Mattes. I just find them a lot more comfortable, able to wear throughout the day, but I do know that if I wear them a few days in a row, it can be quite drying on my lips. Next is the Catrice Cosmetics Beautifying Lip Smoother, and it looks like it's one of those applicators where it's like kind of spongy and you have to squeeze it through. This is the swatch of it, so it's kind of a mix between a balm and a gloss. It makes your lips look so smooth. It does have like a hint of purple to it, but I don't think it's super noticeable on the lips. And like I said, it's a mixture between like a balm and a gloss. It's very smoothing on the lips, but it does give your lips a glossiness that I did find was pretty long lasting in terms of glossiness. Next is the NARS Orgasm lipstick, and the swatch for it is right here. It is definitely a very sheer formula. You can barely see it. It's more of like a balm, I feel, than a lip product, just because it's so unpigmented. And this is something that I did get for free in like a samples thing, and it's really not something that I would go out and buy or recommend or like be on the hunt for. It's just really not my thing. If I want more of like a shimmery thing, because this is like the Orgasm blush, it's pink with like gold shimmer. If I want something more shimmery, I'm going to probably be going for a lips gloss over a lipstick. Next is one of the NYX lingeries in Embellishment, and the swatch is right here. I really love this type of color, and I was worried when I dyed my hair it wouldn't look as good, but I still really like the way it looks. These NYX lingeries can go on quite weird, and I find like I really have to, when I take the applicator out, really wipe off the doe foot and make sure that there's not a lot of product before I go in, or else it can just look very clumpy. It doesn't go on very nice, so you really need just like a thin layer. If you really want to build it up a bit more, I suggest that you wait for it to dry before you go in with another layer, but the amount of product that comes out on the wand is just too much, and I find it's better to wipe it off. Next is a Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick, and this one is in the shade Rhubarb. I think this is just like such a beautiful shade for this time of year. I really enjoy it. It's right there. It's a lot more balmy than I find their other lip products to be. Usually I find with Bite Amuse Bouche lipsticks, I need to put a lip balm on first and then the product. They're so amazingly pigmented, but I find that they can be a bit drying. I didn't find that so much with the Rhubarb shade, and I really did enjoy it. Next is the NYX Liquid Suede in Life's Beach, and the swatch is right there. This one I find can be a bit tricky to get the right opacity, because if you put it on, sometimes it's not quite what you wanted. You try to go in for another layer and it kind of gets too thick or it rubs itself off. So it's something that I feel like I really need to finesse with, and as you can see from the picture, the shade is quite bright, so it's not something I always reach for. It's nice having those kind of brighter shades in my collection, but I really don't think this is something I would ever finish before it went off, just because it's not a shade I could see myself wearing every day, but for those occasions it's nice, and I do really enjoy the Liquid Suede formula. Next, I wore the Collection Velvet Kiss lip cream, what they call it, in Cotton Candy, and it's right here. I have a whole video on the Velvet Kiss collection, which I will link down below. It's a full swatch test and gives you like a very good review and like my thoughts on the product. So if you want to hear more about those and see some of the other shades, you can check out that video. I really do like this shade. I think it's just like such a nice, pretty pink for any time of the year, I do tend to gravitate towards like this more towards the summer months, but I really enjoy it. I think it goes on very nicely. It wears off really nicely. It's something I enjoy wearing. Next is one of the Sexy Mother Pucker lip glosses from Soap & Glory. I believe this is the shade Naturel, and it's right here. It's just a very light hint of brown almost. It smells really amazing, like a mix between like coffee and chocolate. This is probably now the oldest lip gloss in my collection because I did finish up one this year, and I think I'm probably going to try to pan this in 2019. I really like it. I think it gives a nice gloss to the lips. I do find it is one of my more stickier lip glosses and not a formula I would probably repurchase, but definitely something I could see myself finishing up, like I said. This is one of the Bite Amuse Bouche lipsticks in Honeycomb. It's a very pale shade, and sometimes I worry that it looks almost too nudish on my lips. The swatch is here. Let me know what you guys think from the picture. It's not something I tend to gravitate towards because of the shade, but I really do enjoy the Amuse Bouche formula. But like I said, I feel like I need to wear a lip balm underneath. This is one of the ones I find that's a bit more dry. This is the Wet n Wild Catsuit in Rebel Rose. I absolutely love this color. This is a product that has been in my collection for a while, but it was never something I wore before. So I just had so many lip products that even though I was buying them, I wasn't always wearing them. And this was something I hadn't tried out, but I had heard such good things about the Catsuit formula. And this was actually my first time wearing it, and I love the shade. I think the formula is nice. I did find that it can go on streaky, so I had to kind of go over it to make sure it looked okay, but I just really love the color. I love the wear time of this. It's such a beautiful shade. Definitely like something I would consider a favorite. We have another NYX Liquid Suede in Brooklyn Thorn, and the swatch is right here. I enjoy this shade so much. I do get quite a lot of use out of it, and because I've been rotating through everything else in my collection, I obviously haven't touched this in a few months, and I found when I wore it this time, I was wearing it for a very long period of time, and I hadn't had a drink, and I hadn't had anything to eat, but I found that it was like really wearing off just from like talking, which is very unusual. I hadn't noticed that with this shade before, probably because I am usually eating and drinking, so I am touching up, but I just, for like a long period of time, I hadn't done anything, but yet it was wearing off, which was really unfortunate, but I do think it also could have been like my lips were very dry. I want to kind of give it the benefit of the doubt because I've never had an issue with the NYX Liquid Suede or the Brooklyn Thorn one in particular, and it is a shade I do really like. This is one of the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks in 130 Rose Velvet. Is one of their cream finishes. This is the shade right here. I really think the Revlon lipsticks are so underrated. I feel like no one talks about them, and I don't know why. They're one of my favorite lipstick formulas, whether it be like high-end drugstore. I really love the Revlon lipsticks, especially the cream finishes. I just think they're so beautiful, and it's a shame that they're not talked about more. There it is right there. I love this next one. This is one of the Urban Decay Comfort Mattes in Backtalk. I have included this in a favorites before. I think it is such a beautiful shade. The swatch is right there. It's like this beautiful mauve. Like Backtalk, I feel like is a cult classic. Like they made the Backtalk palette based on this shade. It's just so beautiful. I really do enjoy it. I do think though that Comfort Matte is a bit of a misnomer because yes, it's matte, but I do not find it comfortable. I do find that by the end of the day, my lips do feel quite dry. Not that I need to put on a lip balm before I put on this product. It applies very nicely. But like I said, by the end of the day, my lips feel dry, and I've worn this a few days in a row in the past, and I noticed that my lips can get very dry because of it. So not so comfortable. It is matte. Beautiful color. This was also my first time wearing this product, and it's from Primark. It's one of the Primark lines. It's PS Pro Kiss Proof Liquid Matte Lipstick in 01 Nude in Private, which is weird because it is not a nude shade at all. This is it right here. It kind of reminded me of the Wet n Wild Catsuit, which is the swatch just above it right there. Again, I love it. I thought it was a beautiful color. I really like the formula. I was very impressed with it. I thought it went on nicely, wore all day. I'm surprisingly impressed with it, and yeah, I just really liked it. Lip products I wore the next day, even though I tried to do a product a day, when it comes to a lip liner, I feel like I can't really wear it on its own, so I paired a lip liner and a lip gloss together. I love the way my lip turned out. I think it looked so beautiful. I was going to a friend's party, and it just was so nice. So the lip liner I'm wearing is from, ooh, I do not know this brand. It's like an RDEL Young Redlung. You can't see that. Anyways, it's in their shade 06 Rosewood. I heard recently that this is a German brand. I picked it up when I was in Hungary. And that's a swatch of the lip liner right there. And then the gloss I paired with it is from ColourPop. It's one of their ultra glossy lips. And this was the LOreal ColourPop collab for Nikila. And it's in the shade Wham. And this is like a very nice, like, very metallic shimmery gloss. It is like a gold flecks right in it. I think it's so beautiful, and I really love the way these two pair together because it is so sheer. The lip liner, I put it all over my lips. I gave it some nice color, and then I put the gloss over top, and I just think it looks so nice. This next one is probably the oldest lip product in my collection, definitely oldest lipstick. It's one of the Sephora lipsticks in the shade, oh, it's like number 5. I forget like the actual shade name of it. And this is something I definitely want to pan, and I think I could finish it up in the year, depending how this project goes. I only have this much left. It is an item in my project pan, but like, I obviously have not been working on it because I'm trying to go through everything, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, this is the shade. It's like My Lips but better type of shade. I really enjoy it. I think it's nice. I definitely have a lot of use out of it. I've picked up another one from this line because I do think it is really good, and I don't think the Sephora collection gets talked about a lot, but I really do enjoy this lipstick. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in Soft Spoken. It's right there. This is like my go-to nude for the longest time, really. I enjoyed it. It is a bit darker. I don't know, it's something I see myself going to again and again. A lot of people when I wear this ask me what I'm wearing. Friends have worn it, like they've purchased it. So this is definitely something I get a lot of use out of, so it was nice to kind of like go back to an old favorite throughout this project. This next product is also from NYX. It's one of their soft matte lip creams in the shade Antwerp. Yes, it is getting up there in age. Here it is right here. It is so bright. Like, I feel like it's so much brighter than the packaging. I thought I was getting this color. The shade is so much brighter. I wanted this color. I've had it for years. I wear it so rarely because it's just not what I wanted it to be. But I have gotten a lot of use out of it. Like I said, it is quite old, so maybe something I would consider trying to finish in 2019. We'll see. I'm not convinced that that is something I want to do, but something I would consider doing just because of its age. But I don't enjoy this color. But I do like this soft matte lip cream formula. I do think it's nice. Though that being said, this is the only soft matte lip cream I own, so not a nice... like, it's alright. I do find it goes on very light. It's a very moussey texture, and it's very light on the lips, but I feel like if you want like that bold look pigmentation, like I like to go for the NYX Liquid Suedes. As you've seen, I have a lot of them. Even NYX Liquid Lingeries, I think they have some nice shades in there. They do have some nice shades in the soft matte lip cream, but it's just not something... If I'm in NYX, I'm looking at the Liquid Suedes usually because I like that intense color, which I don't think a lot of other lines carry. This look was also a duo, 2 products I paired together. The first being the Catrice Cosmetics Ultimate Stay Lip Liner in 40 Love the Way You Plum. It looks like this. It's such a beautiful, just like plum shade. Unfortunately, like the cap broke off. It's a sharpener in the back, but I'm not sure if you can see. I dropped it and it cracked. Anyways, because of that, I feel like air has gotten into the product, so the product itself is quite dry, and it's hard to get any product out of it, or any color, I should say. So this is probably something I have to use up soon if I want to get even any more use out of it. So there's a swatch of the product right there. I don't know if you saw, I've just been digging into my hand trying to get any color payoff, so it's really unfortunate it broke because I do think it is a beautiful color, and it is very long wearing on the lips. And I paired it with this NYX Lingerie in Baby Doll because I've had this shade for a while. This was the first NYX lingerie I picked up, and I just didn't know that much about makeup yet. And I was like, oh, nude. It should be like my skin tone. I don't know. Anyways, this is like such a pale shade on me. I really cannot wear it on its own. And there it is right there. It looks so bad. So I always have to pair this with something, which I knew. So I'm glad I paired those two together. I actually thought it looked very nice. So, but yeah, this Catrice lip liner, I wish I hadn't broken it, but I had. This Lingerie and Baby Doll, way too light on my lips. Definitely something I use when I'm trying to lighten up a lip color. And I think it's beautiful for that, for mixing in. But yeah, I wish I hadn't purchased this shade, to be honest, because I use it because I have it, but it's not something I need in my collection. Oh my gosh, this next one is so pretty. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints Metallic, and this is in the shade 330 Moonlust. Oh my gosh, I love this lip product. I think it's so beautiful. Like, oh, it's really, really nice. I really like metallic colors, and I feel like you can't always get a lot of wear out of them, but this one is so pretty, and I feel like it's not too intense that like I can wear it. It's such a beautiful like rose gold champagne color. Like, oh, it's marvelous. I love it. I think the metallic paint's like beautiful. It's beautiful. Next, we have another NYX lingerie in French Maid. I definitely got a lot of NYX products this month just because I guess I wasn't reaching them for a while because I am a bit more familiar with them than the other products in my collection. This is it. It is a little bit darker, but I think we're getting into that type of season where this is like one of those perfect lip shades. It pulls a bit more like purpley nude, and I just, oh, I like it. It's like part of that like Brooklyn Thorn. What else was like? It's just like that. That's the type of color I like those purpley browny colors. I just really like them. We have another pairing. So the lip liner is from MUA Makeup Academy Intense Color. It's a lip liner in Caramel Nugget. So it's just like a very basic nudish brown shade right there. And I paired it with the Stila Lip Glaze in Papaya Pizzazz. I got a set of these from Winners. I found them, which is like Marshalls or that type of stuff, TJ Maxx, but the Canadian version. And I found these a few years ago, so maybe something I would consider panning. They are the minis, and I have about, I think it came with 5 or 6 shades, so I like to work through those a bit more. Anyways, this is the lip gloss right here. It is, honestly, you can't even see any of the pigmentation. It's more so, it's very glittery, so it has glitter in it. And not my favorite thing. I thought they did pair together quite nicely, but I don't know. I don't love the formula of these. I find that, I don't know, because they're not like overly sticky. I don't feel like my hair gets stuck on them. It's not comfortable to like move my lips together, but just, I don't know. I just like don't like the glitter in them. I just feel like I put glitter all over my lips and you can't see anything else, which is why I paired it with the lip liner. But I guess that's the way for a lot of glittery glosses, because the ColourPop one I also paired with a lip liner. So yeah, glittery gloss on its own, not my thing. I think it needs to be paired with a color and like layered over something. We're almost at the end, I promise. I have another NYX Liquid Suede, not the last one though, in Suede. I love this color. I think it's so pretty. I know like to a lot of people it's like quite out there and not something they'd be comfortable with, but like, oh, it's like so beautiful. Honestly, I have this shade in like a bunch of different finishes. I also have a L'Oreal one, which is like, this dries down matte. The L'Oreal one is more of like a satin, like cream type finish, and I don't know, I just like really like this shade. I think it honestly kind of makes my teeth look a bit yellow, but it makes me so happy, so I don't care. I love it. And like I said, NYX Liquid Suede is great for those like intense pops of color, I think. This one is the Essence Matte in 04. Does it have a shade name? Yes. Pink Up Your Life. And it is so nice. Like when I think summer lip, this is the color I think of. It's just like so beautiful and bold. But to be honest, I like don't always know what to pair it with, because I do think it is like, it's beautiful and it's like I love the color, but sometimes I'm like, does it look too much on my lips? I'm not sure if like the rest of my makeup really balances it out, but I like these. I think they're matte. They're very affordable. Like the color goes on so nice and opaque. I think like the Essence lipsticks are definitely something, the matte version I like. I have another Essence lipstick which I like really do not like. Next I have a Clinique lipstick, and this is in Bamboo Pink, and this was just like a free gift with purchase type thing, and for a while I like really didn't like it, but I actually wore it yesterday and I enjoyed it so much. Here it is right here. It looks kind of brownish, and then, sorry, I'll show it to you in the tube. It looks kind of brownish, but honestly on the lips it's like very sheer. It gives it like this nice metallic to it, and yeah, in the past time I've worn it I have been such a big fan, so I avoided it, but like I wore it yesterday and I was like, ooh, this looks so pretty, and I kept reapplying it. So this is definitely like something very old in my collection, but now that I've realized like, oh, I kind of like it more than I thought, maybe I could see myself working on this a little bit more, or at least reaching for it a bit more. And what I'm wearing on my lips today, this is the last, not my last Liquid Suede, is it? Nope, I still have more. I really like this formula, as you can tell. I'm not just saying it. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in Vintage, and it's perfect for this time of year. Even though you can see it on my lips, I'm still going to do a swatch of it just because that is what I do. It is so beautiful. I just think it looks so perfect for fall. It's amazing. It's great. I really like it. I like how it goes on. This is, did I say what shade it was? Vintage. I can't even remember. I'm just so excited. Anyways, I think this is like such a perfect fall color. I'm glad that, honestly, a lot of the colors I have left are more like fall time colors because I started this project like, I think May. So it's been spring, summer. So, and I have a lot of like berries and like darker shades, which I didn't feel really comfortable wearing in the summer. So I'm glad we're finally getting into fall so I can pull on these shades. But I'm really happy with like the amount of progress I'm making. I'm clearly really working through my collection. I'm very focused on keeping up with this challenge because it's nice that I'm going through my products, getting familiar with them again, thinking about, okay, what's old, what do I want to pan, and honestly, I'm someone who really likes pairing lipsticks together, so it's interesting for me to kind of get a feel for each individual lip product because, like I said, like you can see with the lip liners, lip glosses, I like pairing them together, making my own custom shades, so it's nice to kind of see how each thing performs, think about what's going to work well with each other, because I know once this challenge is over, I'm going to go back to probably wearing like 3 lipsticks at a time. Sorry, this one was a bit of a longer one. Usually the lip challenge updates are like 10 minutes or less, so hopefully we'll get back to that in my next update. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the lip challenge, then make sure you subscribe so you can see what colors I wear for the next week. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye!